So Melissa is in the plane and is taking off, and this video will be watched by millions of people who wants to learn how to do Bitcoin Cash. And you saw just how fast it is. I was able to give away Bitcoin Cash faster than the plane can take off. Good morning, future millionaire. Hello. This is a Saturday morning. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning. Today I have a special mission. I'm going to deliver unannounced as a surprise a $5,000 EV charging station to a flight club about 100 kilometers away from where I live. And I'll give you all the detail why, but before I go into detail, I want to introduce you to one of the main characters of our show. Surfing Angel show has main cast. I'm one of them. You know me, Earth Angel Gabriel. I will learn how to surf, I will learn how to fly, I will learn how to sail a boat. I do a lot of stuff. I'm going to do a lot of stuff in the next 12 months. But I'm introduced you to another main character. This car. Okay, first of all, the license plate is custom. It stands for 1800 Roman number 1, means year number 1. So in my very first year when I was investing, I had $1,800 to my name. I was 18 because legally you can't invest any money with shares until you turn 18 in Germany. So it's a long story about that. What I did was the first $1,800. Interesting story, tell another day. But more important is this car continued to promote Bitcoin Cash, as you guys can see. Now, why I want to give you a tour of this car, because this is going to be a community project. All right, Surfing Angels will be a community project. I want to introduce you to this car so that anybody who come across the project will potentially be driving this car, because we're going to share this car with a lot of people. So it's might make a proper introduction about a car that's very few people actually know anything about this car, particularly here in Australia. Okay, and let me just show you how the charging is done first of all, because electric cars is always about charging. So today the location I'm going to is actually outside of my range, but fret not, I'm right now at 95%. As you can see, this car charged pretty quick. I'm here for 10 minutes. I arrived with 78%. Now I'm back to 95% in 10 minutes. And normally it takes just half an hour from empty to full. So even at the top range at 95%, I'm still charging at 16.8 kilowatts. A lot of people will know that this is normally not that easy. Okay? Now, when you want to have cargo storage, all you have to do is put down the seat, as you can see what I did here. And once you have done that, here's another secret project, a preview. Now we're going to talk about anything like that, but you can take a look at the address. I leave everything else to your imagination. So this car, when you open up the door, there's plenty wide space for you to put in. This car is made from carbon fiber. As you can see here, entire chassis, the whole body is made from carbon fiber. Another interesting fact most people have no idea about this is actually a mini truck. This is an aluminum frame on a body. So instead of unibody design like most cars are, this is a frame, body on frame design. This is something that only trucks use. This is literally currently the only passenger car in the world that's made this way. Body on frame, not unibody. So, and this entire car is made from aluminum and plastic. I can do this because this is plastic panel. If anyone hits here, nothing will happen to anything below. It's virtually not possible to dent the car. And scratching the car, it doesn't matter because this is just plastic and paint. So you don't need to worry about rust. Now, the only downside about this car is the tires. Those are 20-inch tires. Yeah, 20-inch. And they are unique to this car. So that means I can only buy one brand of tire in one size. That's the only downside. However, the wear and tear of the tire is pretty decent. As you can see here, this is still the original tire from new 1.5 years ago. 2 years ago, let's say 2 years ago. Now I've owned the car for 2 years. The car has done 70,000 Ks. I had 3 sets of rear wheel tires done. This is the third set. This car is slightly modified because what I did is the rear wheel is not using the standardized tires for i3. I'm using the front wheel tire of i8. That's the identical in size, in shape, but the difference is in compound. So it's much softer, much more sporty. So I put the front wheel tire of the i8, another supercar, onto the rear wheel of the i3. It's a bit more expensive, it wears quicker, but it gives an extra sporty feeling, and I can go around corner faster. This is the standard tire for this car. Very hard wearing, as you can see. I'm still on the first set after 70,000 Ks. That's the whole design language. Because it's a rear wheel drive car, therefore the rear wheel always wears out faster than front wheel. Now, the reason I want to deliver the charging station to the flight club of Buna, the glider club of Buna. Hello boys, by the time you watch this video, this would have already happened, so it doesn't come as a surprise anymore to you guys. But at the moment when I'm making this video on a Saturday morning, you don't even know that I exist. You have never met me before, and this is my hello gift to you guys. So why do I do that? Because number one, let me put myself back on camera. Number one, flight is gonna go electric, particularly in trainer flight. And what's my history with flying? When I was, first time when I was around this age, 22 to 24 years old, I was living in Germany, and one of my hobbies was to go for glider flights. But I was not rich enough to afford the flight lessons. So I did a couple of lessons, went for flights, fell in love with it, but I couldn't afford it. And it was also very, very fast from where I live, because glider flying is determined by the weather and by the terrain. You cannot just go anywhere you want to do glider flying. And that area where I was flying is about 200 km away from where I live. So every time is like a whole day trip, and it's very tedious, and they didn't have an airplane to tow you. Instead they use cable tow, and the cable tow is a bit sensitive, and you don't fly that high. So every time you tow up, and if the thermic is not right, you come straight back down again, and the whole thing starts again and again. Preparation, finishing, everything takes ages. And I don't have much experience now since that time. Therefore, I see myself back to the age of 24. And at this age, I want to do the thing again what I did back then when I was 23, 24. And one of them is flying. And all the future trainer flights will be done electric, based on my research. The starter motor that they help them to take off or extend the glide, they're all electric. They will have something around 8 kilowatts battery on it, and therefore they're going to use the charger anyway. They will be identical charger, a Type 2 charger. They are Europeans. So in this sense, I'm giving them a free head start. Not just that, it's also for my self-interest, because this car has a limited range. This car is originally designed for 2013. It's way ahead of its time, and it still turns head today. And the battery inside is the mid-range battery. I took the mid-range one, even though the largest range was available, because this one saved extra 45 kilograms. I want a sporty feeling, and I don't need that much range because I drive this car in the city. However, for a trip like this range is normally not enough. My standard range on the highway is 165 Ks on this car. However, I'm going to use a couple of tricks today to extend my range. And one of the tricks is using a speaker like this. So how does the speaker help me get more range? Very simple. I put the car into Eco Pro mode, Eco Pro Plus, or whatever the thing is called. Basically, there's a button here. Show you. I just press downwards that button, and it goes all the way until you reach Eco Pro Plus. So once I reach Eco Pro Plus, the car no longer runs air conditioning, it just runs the fan. Its speed is limited to 90 km per hour, which is okay for me because this trip is mostly on country road. And then last but not least, to additional get my range, I will not use the stereo system. Instead, I will use the loudspeaker connected to my phone so I can listen to audiobooks while I'm doing this almost 2 hours driving. So all in all, I expect to use 50% of the battery for one direction and the 50% for the other direction back here. The entire range is about 200 Ks, the trip, and I will try my very best to make it happen with this car. And we'll see how it goes. I might not make it. I know my car very well. I know normally I don't get more than 165 out of it. So I need every single what I could get. Right now we're at 98%. So here's another thing about car charging for electric car users, the new ones. Electric car charging speed depends on the type of the battery, type of the charger that's built in, type of the charger you're connected to. It's not one size fits all. But in particular cases, most electric cars share certain commonalities. The most important thing you understand is from 0 to 80%, the lower part, the 0 to 80% of the battery capacity, the speed is high. Once you reach 80%, the 80 to 100% very, very often takes as long or sometimes even longer than from 0 to 80%. So the logical way to drive an electric car is buy the biggest possible battery capacity you can find, and then every time just charge to 80 to 85% and just get going. Because the remaining amount of charging is very slow, you're gonna wait very long for a little bit extra range, and it's most efficient driving from 0 to 80%. That's how you drive every electric car. But I can't do that with this car because my car's range is already pretty limited. If I only drive 0 to 80%, then my range will be like 140 Ks or something, or even less. But today, I'm gonna charge to, this is now to 99%. And I think I'll get to as close to 100 as I can, and I'll start going. But I think that is pretty cool. Between 99 to 100% for this car is good enough. The battery capacity in this car, gross is about 31 kilowatt hour. Net is 27 to 28, depends on the day. So we'll see if I make it. All right, I'm gonna log out here, continue the journey, and make a couple of videos in process, and then cut everything together nicely and let you follow my journey today to the Buna Glider Flight Club. And I make this trip without announcement, also to experience it for myself, what kind of people are there and how lenient are they towards certain rules, and what kind of friendships I can create and generate. And I'm going there alone today because currently the other people I know are a bit busy, and I'm not involving anyone else in this project at this moment. But I welcome anybody who's interested in flying to join me at the Buna Flight Club to learn how to fly gliding, because it's an amazing experience. It's environmentally friendly. It doesn't use any fuel whatsoever. And last but not least, you have a once in a lifetime experience that you probably won't get anywhere else. Okay, that's all. See you in the next section. Bye-bye. All right, some encouraging news. My battery stand is now 89%, and indicated range is 163 kilometer in normal mode. If I go into Eco Pro mode, indicated range is 176. Eco Pro Plus is 178. And the distance to our destination is only 65 Ks from here. Where am I? Let me show you around a little, and then we'll continue our journey. So this place is called Kanangra. It's actually the starting point for the Scenic Rim region. So it's pretty cool. And anybody who don't know what this place is, just Google Scenic Rim Top Destination 2022. You're gonna find out that Scenic Rim is one of the most decorated tourism area worldwide for 2022. So if you don't know where else to go, come over here and enjoy yourself for a while. I love enjoying driving around here because we have some of the best mountain roads in the region. Driving electric cars is cool, but driving the Z4 here is even better. But I think I need to get going because at my speed right now, I only arrive at 10 o'clock, and at 10 the weather will be just perfect for flying. I hope to see the flights at least. I'm not sure if I can fly today, but at least I want to watch some people flying today. So I think I just get going. All right, see you boys soon. Okay, I'm at the club now. Very nice people, and the charger has been accepted. However, we don't know where the charger will be installed. Now what you're seeing is the club boss dragging his private plane along the way. Let's find out. We want to know if I need to move my car or not. I think it's doable. Yes. Oh, good. No problem. Yeah, easy. Super easy. You can see plenty of space. No problem. Keep going. Very nice. That's Pavel. Everyone help watching out. How does he make sure the thing doesn't tip to the other side? I know there's a wheel, but does it always stay that way, or?
Yeah, it's because it's heavy.
That side is heavy.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, got it.
This thing is called wing walker.
Ah, wing walker.
Yeah.
All right, we'll learn something new
The
today.
person who walks the wing is a wing walker as well.
But those wings are fragile. You cannot walk on the wing. That's so cool. Yeah, that's his private plane, right? I think he told me it's his
I
private
think
one.
it's syndicated, but it's joined with someone else.
Ah, I see. I see. What? $10,000 only? Because of use, isn't it?
Because it's this type.
Ah, because this type. I see.
It's famous Lebel.
Lebel. Ah, okay. Tell us more about it. What do you think about someone like me just walk in and say, I want to join the club?
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah?
That's really good sport.
Yeah, okay. So for those people who don't know anything about glider flying, you've been now doing this for almost 2 years. And what would you, in one sentence, tell people about glider flying? What would you say to them? What is glider flying?
Flying like birds.
Flying like birds, yes.
It's not like some human flies. It's
No.
birds fly.
Yes, like an eagle.
Yeah, we fly with eagles all the time
Yeah.
here. We've got some local kites.
Hear that? They fly with the eagles all the time. It's like you have your own wings, right? That's closest thing to being an angel.
Probably.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Okay, one last thing. Say something in Russian.
Привет.
Okay, how do you say glider flying in Russian?
Planer.
Plania?
Planer.
Plania. That sounds like just airplane though.
Yes.
Oh, just that's
Well,
all?
it's effectively it's the same name for
Same name for glider or airplane?
the same name for airframe.
Oh,
In Russia,
okay.
it's all called planer.
Plania? Okay.
But planer without engines is a glider.
Oh, I see, that makes sense.
Planer plus engines
Yeah.
is a power
Yeah.
aircraft.
I see, got it. That's easy. Yeah, in German, I forgot how to say it in for the glider. So, just Flugzeug. Flugzeug is just in general for airplanes. Anything that flies is a Flugzeug. Literally means the flying thing. Yeah, Flugzeug. And I need to figure out how to say this in German properly. But well,
We have a few German guys here.
oh
in
yeah.
Oslo.
Oh, which one are German? I'm not surprised, by the way, because this is a German sport. This is actually a very German heavy sport.
German people here.
Yeah, I can
Find
imagine.
them.
Yeah. No,
Eddie is from Belgium.
yeah, Eddie's from Belgium. Yes, that's right. Okay, guys. Very international club here. Anytime you want to fly, just let me know. I'll take you guys on the journey. Free rides because we charge from the solar. Yeah, cool. See you in the next section. Bye. So people, this is how they fly here. Doesn't that look cool? And the club, that's amazing. I have to say the people are crazy friendly, and yeah, I'm definitely joining. However, I forgot my ID today, so I can't really give them any information. Is that the second flight? No, that's just a private flight. So it's really cool here. Got all the nice environment. So anybody who wants to enjoy the scenic room in a special way, this is a pretty great place to come, I have to say. All right. Hello, everybody. Here I want to give some free Bitcoin as always to some strangers, right? We never met before, did we? No. Literally just a couple of minutes ago. So maybe we'll self-introduce first. Everyone knows who I am. Your name?
Lloyd.
Lloyd. And that's Lauren, the daughter.
Lauren, yeah.
And the wife is inside the glider. Melissa, is that right?
Yeah, she's just about to take
She's
off.
about to take off. So in the same time while we are giving, see if I can give him faster Bitcoin than the wife taking off. So go to the app you just installed. Where's the app? Yeah, open the app. We're just literally starting. Let's say skip. Skip. Continue anonymously. All right. Cool. Now we're creating a brand new wallet for you. Everything's anonymous. Now press receive. I'm pressing send. I'm scanning a code. This is the Bitcoin Cash. So I'm gonna send you. I give you $3 because I want every one of your family members receive $1. Done. That's it. So before your airplane can take off, I already gave you $3 with Bitcoin. Now you can do the same thing with your daughter, with your wife. Ask them to download the app, and then you can give them $1 each because I gave you $3. And now the best part is this: I gave you a digital asset registry, anonymously. We filmed this as well.
Okay, right.
So at the same time I'm explaining, now they're taking off. It's perfect. So Melissa is in the plane and is taking off. And this video will be watched by millions of people who wants to learn how to do Bitcoin Cash. And you saw just how fast it is. I was able to give away Bitcoin Cash faster than the plane can take off. Beautiful. That's a two-seater. That's a two-seater right there. What do you think? I was able to give you Bitcoin faster than your wife can take off.
Well, I've had a few people try to explain to me what Bitcoin was.
Nobody was able to do that.
No, I don't.
How fast did I do it? How fast did I do it?
Yeah.
Did you understand what I told you?
Yeah.
Digital asset.
Yeah.
Digital registry.
Yeah,
That's all there is.
The real estate
Yes.
analogy.
Yes, it's real estate.
Helps, yeah.
It's literally real estate. Okay. Let's come back here. So let's double check. You have your Bitcoin now in your wallet?
Yeah.
You can do the same thing when you meet somebody. Let's say imagine your daughter Lauren. She can download her wallet. This is usable by anybody in the world.
Okay. Do you want to go to the Play Store and download the Bitcoin?
Yeah, you can.
Just
Yeah.
go to the Play Store.
Let's see if he learned how to do that.
Bitcoin.com.
Yeah. The app name is called Bitcoin.com. Yeah. Just search in your Play Store or App Store. That's your is Android, right? It's Android. You just go to Play Store, look for the word Bitcoin.com. Yep. It's gonna be super easy.
Yep, installed. And when I give it to her, I just press send.
Yeah, but before we do that, we change the currency first. Because now it's in US dollar. I want to change your currency to Aussie dollar. So let's make this easier.
What's that?
AUD. It's just the currency denomination difference.
Are you expecting any back?
It doesn't change how much Bitcoin you have.
Sorry? Are you expecting the gliders back soon? Or?
See? Yeah. So you got $2.99 because the price went down a little since we just gave you.
Oh, so it's
It's moving. That price is
yeah,
moving.
it's a floated currency.
Correct,
so
correct.
yeah.
It's like any other currency. If everything goes well, this thing 1000x in the next few years, which I believe will happen, which means you will have $3,000 on your bank account or in your wallet. It will become $3,000 if the price goes up. So,
So
Lauren,
in the
how
same
did it go?
sense.
Yeah.
You got it? Just skip.
Okay, skip.
Skip. Say anonymous. So that means you are not giving anybody any information. Super important. Privacy is important. And now just press receive. Okay. Now press BCH, Bitcoin Cash. Come out with a code. Here you press send. And then press scan QR code. And then say, yeah, by using that, give you permission. Scan the code. Just the address. It's public. All right. Okay, say $1. One. You have to decide how much money you want to give her. One, and then continue. And then ask you to slide so to confirm the. And you got yours. That's it. That's it. Now you have just you have given her $1. Hold on to your Bitcoin because the price goes up, you get more money. You just watch that price. That's all you have to do.
Thank you, Gabriel. That's amazing.
No worries. So, was that easy? Was that easy enough?
Yeah, it's incredible. Now you just press close.
Yeah, close. Now you have $2 left. When Melissa lands,
Yep.
give her $1. Then each one of you have $1. And later on, when price goes up, you're gonna see the price go up. When price goes down, you will see the price go down.
So how do you acquire more Bitcoin? Do you have to buy it for?
Okay, that's the cool part about getting more Bitcoin. You can get Bitcoin sometimes for free, like some stranger like me give you some Bitcoin, or you can go online, earn your Bitcoin. You can provide services or products and say, I want to be paid in Bitcoin. So if you want to be paid in Bitcoin Cash, for example, it's as easy as you can scan the same code over the internet. What I did was you can be done from one country to another with no restriction, and there's virtually no fee. This means basically banks will be obsolete. Banks will be dead. You saw it.
So increasingly transactions are all becoming electronic. I can't
Yes.
remember the last time I had any cash in
Yes.
my wallet.
Yes. Here's a good example. Do you remember you told me you like Japan, right? Now, do you think you can send $1 to a Japanese bank account? Just $1. Can you do that from Australia?
I don't know. I don't think so.
You can't because bank fee. But you can do that on Bitcoin. You could send easily that $1 to somebody in Japan who has a wallet. Easy. The speed difference is the same, it's virtually instantaneous, and the fee is the same. There's no boundaries, there's no bank, and it's completely your own. So don't lose your $1 because you might think that's just $1. Do you know some people has $10 Bitcoin 10 years ago, suddenly become millionaire? Have you heard about those stories? The same story don't repeat itself. I gave you $1 each of your family. In 5-6 years time, you might be looking at $1,000 each.
So are people using Bitcoin more for online transactions?
They can use Bitcoin for anything.
But is it becoming more popular?
Yes,
Is
it
being
is.
used more and more?
Yes, it is. It is all about acceptance, how many people are using Bitcoin, but you see how easy it is to start using it. In no time, I was able to get 3 people on board because 2 plus your wife. You will definitely give $1 to your wife, otherwise she will watch the video and be blaming you not giving her $1. This video goes online.
How does the price go up and down? Do people buy?
Demand and supply.
Yeah.
And here comes the best part of Bitcoin. Supply in Bitcoin is strictly limited. Just like land. You cannot make new land. You also cannot make new Bitcoin.
So there was a certain amount of Bitcoin.
21 million. There's only 21 million in the whole world.
Oh,
So if I give you the Bitcoin I gave you, it's what I lose. I permanently lose my access to that Bitcoin. I hand it over to you when I transact it to you. Forever. That one part that I gave you is forever in your name now, not in mine. So I cannot turn it around. I cannot reset it. It's not possible.
why
to
did they
reset.
only make 21 million? Why not 50 million?
That is the mathematical decision made by the founder of Bitcoin called Satoshi Nakamoto. He's anonymous, so we don't even know who he is. That's the best part.
Satoshi Nakamoto, is that just a made up name?
It's a made up name. It's not Japanese.
Okay.
It's not Japanese.
Okay.
He could be anyone. He could be me.
So nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Oh.
It doesn't matter because we know who owns how much Bitcoin. So anonymously, even we don't know you own one Bitcoin or $1 worth of Bitcoin. But if I go online, I can find this transaction for the rest of humanity. That I gave you $1 worth of Bitcoin at this point of time. This transaction record is recorded for the eternity of mankind
On every computer.
on every computer in the world.
Everyone who has that software.
Yes, everyone knows. There are a couple million computers in the world that has this record. That's how secure it is. So instead of one computer securing your transaction, millions of computers securing your transaction at the same time. Therefore, no bank can compete with it. This is the reason banks are so afraid of Bitcoin. Look how difficult it is to use compared to bank transactions. There's no opening hour, there's no permission. I don't need permission. It's my money. I'm giving
can't
to you.
be hacked in
You
the
cannot
same
be
way.
hacked unless you give away, unless you voluntarily give away. On the YouTube, people know me as the #1 owner of Bitcoin Cash in Australia, so I own more Bitcoin Cash than anybody else in Australia.
So you've had yours for years and years.
I have them for years and years. I plan to hold them for another 4 years. Everybody knows that. And my plan is to cash out my Bitcoin for about $7 billion. That's my final asset value. I plan to cash out.
Do you think why 4 years?
In about 4 years. No, I'm already retired a long time ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to
So-
say, because wasn't Bitcoin peaked?
No,
It
Bitcoin
went
didn't
crazy.
make me retire. No, the truth is this: Bitcoin is not just for making you rich. Bitcoin is there to give you freedom for the rest of your life. Because once you have the ability to control your own money, you can control your own life. The difference is money you use from the government is controlled by the government. They can decide how much money comes into the system. They can print new ones, always. There's an unlimited amount of Australian dollar they can print. Unlimited. Bitcoin is not unlimited, it's limited. And it's worldwide. You use your Aussie dollar, you cannot go to Japan and use Aussie dollar to buy a petrol box. You can't do that. You have to change to Japanese yen first. You don't have to do that with Bitcoin. I can right now fly to Japan using my wallet, buy a bento box. Right
So
now.
how does the value of the
Demand and supply.
relative. So
Demand and supply.
in that sense, there's a lot of speculative investment. If a lot of people
Right
just
now,
think,
it's all speculative. Right now, all speculative.
if confidence is high, you
Correct.
see the
Price goes up. Right now, confidence is low, so price come down. Right now is a good time because we're off the high by 85%.
Yeah, because only a couple of years ago I heard some people
Yeah.
that weren't talking about Bitcoin. And
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah. So this, in a nutshell, is what's going on with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, demand and supply. And I recommend you to study this thing by watching my YouTube channel. Okay, I'll give you later off
you
the
have to
screen
give
my
me-
YouTube channel. I'm number one worldwide, so it's very easy for me to do this with you. And the best part is, in few days time, you can see yourself, your daughter, and the club on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yes. If I want, I can make it happen right now, but I don't have to edit the video first because today is my flight video. I want to incorporate this into the flight video. Yeah. I want to show everybody in the world that you can even promote Bitcoin Cash while you're going flying. As simple as that. There's no plane comes down. Cool. Well, that's the cue for me to stop the video right here. Okay, Lloyd, right?
Yes.
Lloyd, like the famous designer Lloyd.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's do this. Lloyd has asked me how to buy Bitcoin Cash. I gave him some answers, but more important is I want to show everybody why I do all this. Because I told Lloyd in 2022 I want to convince 1 million people buy $500 worth of Bitcoin Cash each, which means each one of the 1 million people should buy one Bitcoin Cash. Right now, one Bitcoin Cash costs about $500. So I asked him, is he willing to buy $500 worth of Bitcoin Cash? Yes or no? What's your answer?
Yeah, it's not much money.
Yeah.
You can afford it, buy it.
Yeah.
So just let it sit there. It's not much of a risk. So
Yeah. I hope even with the airplane in the background, you heard that. Okay, airplane's going off. Come on, please. Yeah. So he said it's not much money, and $500 you can afford to put it away, right?
Yeah.
So Lloyd, I give you this hot tip: put it away for 5 years, or put it away until Lauren become an adult. One of the two. Then use the money, give her a trip of a lifetime to Japan, and you and your wife, all of you can go for $500 today's money to Japan for 3 months. For that $500, I promise.
Minimal risk.
Exactly. Now, because of that, I'm gonna put this together in the video, and then I will get 1 million people to watch the video, and they understand that any person can be convinced buying $500 of Bitcoin Cash after they use it first. You use it first. The reason I was able to convince you is because you use it first. You realize it's easy to use.
Very easy.
Correct. If I didn't send you the coin first, that wouldn't be the case. Okay, I think your wife is back. Hi, how are you? Your flight is on YouTube now going forward. We film your flight.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be on YouTube. No, it's okay. Every one of your friends will be able to see you flying off.
Oh,
Yeah, is that cool?
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Best of all.
I'm going up into the air.
Okay, good luck.
All right.
Bye. That looks so cool. It's this private glider. Ooh. There comes out the extension, the range extender. Or how do you call this thing?
They call it a sustainer,
Sustainer.
turbo sustainer.
But you can take off on this too, right? No, you can't. So you can only do it mid-flight.
Yeah, you
Have to do a dive. You do a dive to kick it down.
You don't really have to dive much for this.
Okay.
You just do a bit, and then
Wow.
the blades swing around.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You pull the decompression lever.
Right,
from
right.
There,
Yeah.
And then the blades will spin really easy.
Right.
Let the decompression go. There's no throttle, no choke.
Okay.
So
Because on YouTube videos they say you have to dive.
this is a big glider.
Okay, you don't have to do
There's a
that.
lot of momentum here.
Right.
And you only need 55, 60 knots is all you need. To
Right,
start up.
of course. And most of the time you're flying above that speed probably.
Yeah.
Nice. So how much more range would it give you? Let's say if you feel like you are low on the height.
Oh, look,
Can you-
honestly, most of the time if you start it for a low save, you'll only run it for 5 minutes. if that.
Right. But you can run with the fuel on board, it can probably run about half an hour?
No.
Not even that?
2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Wow, that means you basically can stay up there a whole day if you want
It's
to.
got 17 litres in the fuel tank.
17, that's plenty of energy. Okay, that makes sense. Now I understand why you don't want to switch to
you
electric.
can fly probably, you do two methods. You do either sawtooth,
Yeah.
where you climb and glide,
Yeah,
or straight line.
right,
So sawtooth, I think it's about nearly 400 k's you can do.
right,
Straight line you can do about, I think it's about 250 k's.
right.
So yeah.
What is the longest range you have ever flown?
And this glider,
Yeah,
about 650 k's.
wow, 650K. Did you do a round trip or did you come back?
No, it's always a round trip.
Always round trip.
Yeah.
So there's no other destination you can fly to?
Yeah, I
In
can.
the- you can.
It's like coming home.
Yeah, exactly. It takes extra 3 days or 4 days. Yeah.
I mean, I go out and do competitions.
This is so cool. That's so cool. I just want to show, I'm going to just show the surfboard here. Look at the surfboards, model airplanes. Mike's crazy here. He has hobbies we can only dream of. Yeah. How long have you been doing this, Mike?
Like gliding, I started hang gliding when I was 17.
17. Never
And-
stop. And he's now 25.
Sorry?
You are 25 now.
No, 66. I started when I was 17.
Yeah.
I flew hang gliders for years, did like 5,000 hours.
Wow.
And then I started sailplane flying in about 1988, something like that.
Wow.
And I've got over 1,000 hours in sailplanes. So.
Wow. 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 So what can I say?
I didn't fly for the years in
Yeah.
between when I was sailing the boat around the world or
Yeah.
when we were raising two kids.
Yeah.
Gets a bit hard to.
What is the bigger adventure, raising 2 children or sailing around the world?
Oh, probably raising two children. Well,
Exactly.
our kids came around the world with us.
Oh, okay.
When we left, my
right.
son was 18 months old when we left.
18 months.
Yeah, and our daughter was born in England when we got to England.
Wow.
So,
So they're basically practically born in the ocean.
yeah, neither of them
raised
lived
in
in
the
the
ocean.
house until they were over 7 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I assume they probably get land sick.
Well, they both still sail and they both still. Yeah.
If they come back on the land, they get sick. They go on the ocean, they feel
They're
good.
balanced kids, they do all sorts
Right.
of stuff. So, yeah.
Right. Wow. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Guys. Okay. One last one is the view. Never imagine what you see here. Airplane field right out there.
So that's the gliding takeoff just there.
That's the gliding takeoff place. And then basically, how long does it for your plane to get out there and get ready to fly? 10 minutes?
I probably need 15 minutes to do the DI,
Uh-huh,
the day inspection, and then
right.
just roll it out. It
Nice.
rolls out on that.
So cool.
I've got hose and stuff here so I can fill the water valve tanks here.
Yeah. That is so cool.
You can see the dolly it sits on.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I see it.
Sideways on that, and it just
Right.
peels off the dolly, and then
Right.
off we go flying.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to promote your YouTube channel as well. What's your YouTube channel again?
Just Mike Saban.
Okay. So I will put a link underneath.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody find your YouTube channel.
Sweet.
All right. This is the conclusion for the day. The round trip is 208 kilometers. All in all, I was on the road almost for 3.5 hours. Consumption 15.6. Yep. And look how much I have left. So 8 Ks of range left. I arrived at about 5%. And at today's speed right now, at the normal charger, this basically charged back to 100% at 10 o'clock tonight. Right now is 5. So that's exactly 5 hours. Yeah. However, this calculation is inaccurate. Normally we'll finish about half an hour earlier than that. Normally in this car, this is 1 hour, this is 2 hours, this is 3 hours, this is 4 hours. So it should be 4 hours, roughly 4 hours. This is my past experience. The charger here at the Park Fair, let me turn it around. The charger here at the Park Fair charges at 7.2 kilowatts per hour. And the battery here inside is about 28, 29 plus loss is, let's say, 30. So you take 30 divided by 7. Yeah. So basically 4 hours plus, a little bit more than 4 hours. They indicate 5 hours is always conservative. Now, conclusion of the day. It was a long day. I started at early morning, 7 o'clock. Arrived at the charging station around 8. Took 20 minutes to recharge the car back to 100%. Then went from there to the flight airfield in Pune. That took 1.5 hours. Luckily, I was able to charge from a socket at a slow speed of 1.8 kilowatts for about an hour plus. That will give me the additional range. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made it back with 5%. I would have had nothing. So that's the reason I delivered the charger first, to get them to help out anybody who is coming from a further distance than their halfway range. Because everybody who drives the electric car, if your destination has no charger, that means you have to consider it's only half the full distance is your maximum reach. You have to be able to turn around and go back home as well. That's the main problem. And with the charger installed at the club, anybody within basically 300 kilometer range from that club should be able to participate in the flight. That basically double your car's range. That little charger in the middle of the airfield magically double my range. So in theory, I can arrive there with 0% if I come away from a 200 kilometer range location. For this car, for Tesla, let's say 300. That increase the attractiveness of the club. Also give the people the impression that the club is very environmentally friendly, because the activity in the club is already very environmentally friendly. The flying with the sailing plane, the gliding plane are extremely environmentally friendly. One example being one of the planes as showed to me by Pavel. The plane has a number 77 at the nose. He told me it's because that plane is made in 1977. Think about it, a fiberglass airplane with no engine has lasted longer than most people who watch my video. So that's how environmentally friendly it is. It's very sustainable, it's environmentally friendly, and it's completely driven by natural sunlight energy. It's solar powered flight. That's the purest form of solar powered flight you can get. So I highly recommend anybody who's interested in flying start learning in the glider planes, because your hours in the glider plane counts towards other planes as well. Also, let me now explain why I decided to do it. Number one reason is because it's my childhood dream. I always want to fly, and if it's not for my color blindness, I would have become airplane pilot. That would have been one of the choice career I would have chosen. But early on, I calculated airplane pilot doesn't have leverage. One plane pilot cannot fly 10 airplanes or 20 airplanes at the same time. But as an investor, if I get better at it, I was able to invest. I thought if I start with $1,800, I will learn how to run $18,000. Once I learn how to do 18,000, I will learn how to do 180 and 1.8 million and 18 million, etc., etc. It's a scalable skill. However, flying a plane is not a scalable skill. Therefore, I decided not to do it. Same reason I decided against the law, same reason I decided against become a medical doctor. None of those skills are scalable. Very few skills in the world are scalable. Running a business is scalable. Invest money is scalable. Social networking is scalable. Teaching people skills is scalable. A lot of things are scalable. So anything I do this year, 2022, I want to make a scalable skill, which means even things I do that itself is not scalable, once I turn it into a scalable version of it, like say I go learn how to fly, at the same time I promote Bitcoin Cash and promote crypto, and I promote to the people how you should live your life to the fullest. When I do that, it becomes a scalable skill. So this is the reason why I believe it's very, very important that in 2022 I live my life like this is the last year of my life. And today, the very last thing I want to say thank you to Mike. Mike, I'm going to blend in one more time your YouTube channel. Mike is an extremely passionate hobbyist, let's call it that way. He's absolutely amazing. He did all the things I always thought I want to do, but I never dared to do it. And he did all that. He raised 2 children successfully. He fly the planes for many, many years. He has thousands of hours of experience in the airplanes. He built his own sailing boat. He sailed around the world with his family and raised the family on the boat and created family on the boat. Over a period of 7 years, sailed around the world. Those are amazing experiences I think you can't buy with money. I was pretty impressed with what Mike has done in his life, and I sincerely thank you, Mike, for letting me into your life. I find that is something rare. I don't come across people with that kind of passion, that kind of openness, that kind of experience. And I want to learn as much as possible from you in this process. So I promise you, Mike, that my very first flight at the club will be with you. I will fulfill this promise. I will definitely be the very first flight down with you. Okay, Mike? Just a shout out to Mike. Thank everybody else for the Buna Flight Club for hosting me today. I didn't fly today for purpose because I want to take the opportunity to get to know the environment, get to know the people, and introduce myself properly with such a video. So any of you wants to know who I am, just watch my video and watch my channel. If there's anything I can help you with, just let me know. I teach crypto for free, and I want to use my YouTube channel to reach the maximum audience in the world so that 1 million people in 2022 will get influenced by me to buy 1 Bitcoin Cash each. And in the background, I'm also influencing at least one billionaire, putting one of his billion into Bitcoin Cash. So we'll see what happens. I can't tell you more about the billionaire's influence side, but what I'm doing on the retail side, it is very visible. For those people who still hate me for not pumping out video every single day, I'm going from quantity to quality. And in the process, I'm losing subscribers for those who just want the price predictions. That's fine. I'm happy to lose them. But I'm gaining new people who are interested in knowing how to get something done. Not just how to make money quickly, but more importantly, change your lifestyle, change your attitude, change your mindset, rewire your brain, reset your goals, and become the best version of yourself. Here's the key. What I'm actually doing for everybody else to see is I'm becoming the best version of myself. That's all there is. I want, and in fact, right now, I'm just parked right next to the EMF gym in Park Fair. So once I finish making this video, I'm heading into the gym, have a shower, then start the training for today. This is my third day membership back activation at EMF. And shout out to anybody who trains also at EMF. If you see me and you're training at EMF, come to say hello to me. I'm more than happy to say hello back to you. And anything I can help you with, let me know. And is there any skills you want to share with me? I'm happy to share my skill with you. In return, you share your skill with me. One example being, I'm so new to the gym part of training. 90% of the machines, I don't know how to use them. So if you are one of the people who train at the EMF, you have some experience, teach me the machines. You don't need to be my trainer, but at least teach me my basics of the machines. I struggle quite a bit, particularly like yesterday I did, for the first time ever, I used a bench press. I've never used a bench press in my life. So I'm gonna blend in some footage showing you my attempt at using the bench press properly. You can see it's pretty shaky. This is my very first time using it. I was using YouTube as my guidance, but I'm pretty certain somebody in EMF would know the proper way to use a bench press, or maybe be a spotter for me. I don't know. So come talk to me. I'm here to make friends. I'm here to expand my social circle. Tell me what I do wrong in the gym and help me improve myself. In the process, I will help you to improve yourself. All right, is that a good deal? Okay, so come talk to me if you see me at the gym. All right, see you next time. Bye.